Hey guys, it's Nigel Hendroff all the way from Sydney, Australia, and I'm hanging out with the good folk of Reverb here in Chicago, and we're having a blast. So I get asked a lot of questions about my rig, about my pedal board, how I get my sounds, how I shape my sounds, signal chain, all that sort of stuff. So I thought today, we might as well go through the pedal board. For today's exercise, I'm running through this Sir and my Scarlett 30 and a Fender Vibrolux. I usually run in stereo all the time. This is my clean sound. Straight into the amps with nothing on. I plug into this junction box that has been made by good friends of mine, Goodwood Audio, back in Australia. It also doubles as a bank up and down to control my, my looper. So my signal comes in here, and then the first thing it hits is our new Jackson Audio Prism, which is a boost, which is a preamp, which is many good things to my board. Now, how I like to shape my sound is I always run a preamp type pedal on, okay? Now that just pushes my signal into the amp a little harder, and it works great with the way I play in terms of my attack and how hard I hit the strings. So you can hear with it off, still sounds really nice into the amps, but with it on, it's got some hair to it. So, and that just the slide break up works really well with the way I play. So if I'm playing soft, if I hit it hard, it just roars a little bit. And I like that. The next thing it goes into is a compressor pedal. Just really levels out my sound, and these pedals are out of the loop. So I'm running through this Mastermind PBC made by the IJM guys. Absolutely love it, but those two pedals are out of the loop, so they're always on. So let's get into more of the rig. After that, it hits the little pog here that I have. It's a fun pedal, but it's got to be used sparingly, otherwise, yeah, people are going to turn you down in the mix, which has happened before. After that, let's get into some of the drives. The first type of drive pedal I guess I use is a Cusack scream. Then we go into the Scarlett Love pedal made by the Sealer guys. And this is a great pedal. It's kind of like a 3-in-1. It's based off the Maxon OD820, the Overdrive section of it. Now, if I hold it down for a second, it goes to green, and that hits like a plexi type tone, which is really fun. And then if I hold it down again for a second, it goes to blue, and that emulates a clon type pedal, which is again a lot of fun. So I have it running on the plexi. If I need more gain, I'll layer it with the Cusack, which sits before that. Now, what you're hearing now is, if I turn all my preamp sounds off, this is what that drive sounds like. Which is great in itself, but again, like I explained before, I'll always leave the preamp, the Prism on. And with the compressor, after that, I have a Mulholland drive, which by itself. And I will layer it on sparingly, on rare occasions if I just want insane amounts of drive. After that, there's a fuzz pedal by Cusack, which is very similar to the Scream. Yeah, so in the style of music that I mostly get called to play at Hillsong, it doesn't really make an appearance. But it does in rehearsals when I'm just purely self-indulging. So that's all my preamp and drive sections, and they sit before the volume pedal. And then post volume pedal, I have all my time-based effects like my reverbs, modulations, delays, and I'll show you how I use them. So the DD5 is set at a reverse. Now the timeline, I find it very versatile. Now there's a lot you can do on it. Playing live, I'll probably use about 3 settings of it. But in the studio, that's when I can have some fun with it. So I have it connected to an expression pedal. So when I am in a situation where I can use 2 amps and I'm running full stereo, I set the modulation of this, I crank the depth out full, and I wind the speed down, like pretty much off. And that's actually what helps create my stereo image of my sound. So with this stereoness, you can hear the width of the delay on the repeats, and it doesn't affect my direct sound, which is great. On that note, all my time-based effects actually run in parallel, and that's the beauty of this RJM looper. My clean sound is preserved, so for whatever reason, if any of those pedals go down, I don't lose my signal. So the reverb after that, I'm using the Big Sky. Couple other things really quickly on the board, the Eventide H9. I use that mostly in the studio. And then there's the Super Ego, which is like a synth. No hands. Is this ambient setting. So now that turns on about 6 pedals at once. So when I'm in program mode of this, I'll turn on a really long reverb, a fancy ice setting on the delay, I'll turn on the reverse, it'll activate a drive, it'll make me a cup of coffee, it'll drive my car for me. But it sounds like this, it sounds pretty cool. So there you go, that's my rig, and hopefully that will teach you, inspire you in whatever way to do something of your own, something similar like that, and keep you having fun playing guitar.